And so why he keep following us and then following me just like a tail? And not just Aloka, he's one of the sample. But I want to tell you that for right now, he's been born as a dog form, right? In his past, he probably been a monk already, but he committed into some unwholesome things. He broke his rules and regulations. As a monk, we have 227 rules. And when he don't keep his rules pure, and then when we die, right at that moment before we die, our heart stop beating. Before that moment, only that person can see what's happening in their mind, just like a movie, rewinding the whole life of that person. Either they have done good or bad throughout their life, whichever is strong. That person just lying there and seeing all that images running around, running back and forth, just like that. And that is why sometimes you see they craving, they asking, they calling for help. Because all those scary images in their mind, all those sound, crying out from the animals who dying because they've been killing, all those things, only that person knows. And say, at that moment, that person died. Whatever images that he or she sees within that moment before he died, they will reborn as that being. Animal realm. In that animal realm. That's chicken, dog, cat. A lot of stories about this. And so Aloka, same way. I truly believe in that. And he found us. That's why I named him Aloka. Aloka means light. Because I know that he deserves to have the light of wisdom. So I named him Light to walk with us in this journey so that he can find the lights of wisdom. That's the whole reason why I named him Aloka. And so, if you see any animals around you that is attached to you so much, and that animal is not the one who been born in your family, it's just from somewhere, think about they probably our relative in the past. Now that they have to born in that form, but they're still coming back to look for us. That is why we shouldn't kill. That is why we shouldn't. That's why we shouldn't harm any animal at all. The reason why we have so much sickness is because we've been kill people, and not people. If we kill people, then of course we're gonna pay a lot. If we punish animals, we harm animals, torturing animals, we get sick a lot. Anything that is harms the others, in return, we've been sick all the time. That is why so many people come to me. I don't know, what have I done? I didn't do anything. But how come I have all kind of sickness? Every day I cannot bear those feelings. I said, yes, within this lifetime, you look very pure, you look very calm and very nice person. Right? You didn't do anything harmful, you didn't kill anybody, any animal. But what about your past? What about your past? If you have committed, if you have done it, you cannot escape. When those karma is ripened, there's nowhere in this world for you to escape, to hide. Okay, so I want to tell you all that things to come to one thing. Any family member within our family, especially our kids, they come to us for a reason. we probably owe them from the past. We owe them a lot. Now they come to ask us to pay it off. Or when they come to your family and they do a lot of things to make you happy, they never make you cry. It means that they owe you a lot. They come to pay it off. So regardless what you've been getting, what you're getting right now within your family, husband and wife, kids, brother and sisters, there's always things in between. Let's say you don't have a peaceful family at all. Think that way, that probably we have done a lot of unwholesome things in our past. That is why we owe a lot of things to these people. Now that is our time to pay it off. You cannot run away. There's a lot of time that you want to run away, but you couldn't. And there are some people that they cannot handle it anymore. They committed to suicide. Or they go out of their mind. They cannot live no more anymore. A lot. I've seen a lot. Encounter a lot, because as a monk, a lot of people come to talk with us because we deal with this a lot. And so within our family, if we cannot find peace within our family, there will be no peace around us. You just have to know how to accept things in our life. Accept things means whatever happened within our family, instead of react, we accept the way it is right now and try to find the peaceful way to solve it. Don't react with anger, hatred. Because the more we react with anger, the more we suffer. We cannot fix anything, we cannot resolve anything. But if you stay calm, your mind will be pure. When your mind is pure, wisdom will arise. When that wisdom arises, you know what you should do. Then you resolve the problem easily. And all that requires to have a mindful thoughts, mindful thinking, way of thinking. And without mindfulness, we cannot do this, unfortunately. Because we keep on reacting so quickly. Remember, we react so quickly to any problem. We don't even have a moment to pause, to rethink before we say something, before we do something. We are just like a machine, acting just like that. And now that we are training ourselves to be a better person, to live with peace and happiness, we definitely have to practice more mindfulness within our breath. Talking about the breath over and over, you probably be bored already. Are you? No. Oh, I'm glad, because breath is something that you have to live with it. Unless you don't want to, then we die. Right? This is something that we have to live with. Without this, we already die. So, if we mindful enough to live with this breath, it means that we need to add awareness to each and every breath going in and out. Without awareness of each breath going in and out, then we're just going to go back to our old age, just breathe, and breathe, just like a machine to survive. And we don't even know how long our breath is, how short it is, how heavy it is. We don't even pay attention to it. And of course, we're still breathing, that's why we survive here. And to me, it seems like we already died a long time ago. Because breathing without knowing it It is really sad. What about our last moment of our life? Are we waiting for that moment, try to fight for each and every breath? If right now we don't even know our breath, then the last moment of our life, we have to fight for each and every single breath to stay alive. Have we ever considered that moment for our life, for ourselves? We should think of those moments. You know, as a Buddhist monk, there's time that we buy a casket, open that lid and lie on in it, close that lid, and we reflect ourselves as dying. We practice that way to see how the mind reacts when we actually in that casket, knowing that we will be, one day will be in it. We practice that way. A lot of ways for Buddhists to practice to liberate all kind of attachment. And we here can also practice that, but of course I don't want to go deep into it because we are not talking about Buddhism. We are talking about peace. And peace is something that is within our breath already. So I want to repeat this again. If you hear about it already, it's okay to hear it again. Because you have no choice right now. So, when we breathe in, add awareness to that breath going in. Just this area, okay? This area right here, this nostril. When we breathe in, don't force our breath. Just let it go in and out the way it is naturally. Breathe in, knowing the breath going in. Okay, don't follow it all the way inside. Just right here, this area. And then breathe out. Don't follow it all the way outside because our breath is still longer, right? But just pay attention to this area only and then breathe in, knowing that breath going in. Breathe out, knowing that breath going out. In, out, in, out. Relax your whole body. This is the key. You have to relax it. And then continue focus on this breath going in and out. Your monkey mind will pop up, will jump. That monkey mind means all kind of thoughts. Thought about the past, thought about the future. Thinking, that mind is wandering around and around. Our job is not to follow any of those thoughts. Our job is to acknowledge any thought popping up. Observe that thought when it's pop up. Acknowledge it as thought, silently like that. Come back here with the breathing. And then breathe in, another thought pop up. Observe that thought, acknowledge it, come back here. Another thought pop up, observe it, acknowledge it, come back here. Keep bringing our concentration back to this present moment within each and every breath going in and out, right here and now. Okay, we train ourselves to live with this present moment. We don't live with the past and the future anymore. Enough. Alright? In, out, thought pop up, observe, acknowledge, come back. Sound, any type of sound, observe that sound. Don't ask who did, where, why. Don't ask anything, just acknowledge it as sound, come back here. And don't let that sound bother you. And of course, when you hear very strong sound, it always pulls you off track to follow that sound because that is stronger than this. Because when you practice, this isn't strong yet. It's still weak. Your concentration is still weak. That's why anything is stronger, it will pull your mind off from this. It will pull your mind to that sound or that thought. When that thought is so desirable, that thought is so awesome, it pulls you off right away from this and you follow that thought. And by the time you realize that, oh, I have been following this thought for a long time, that is over an hour already. But it's okay. As long as you still realize that you've been following that thought, come back here. Whenever you realize that you've been off on this, but following any thought, it's okay as long as you still know you come back here. Keep practicing like that. And any type of sensation within this body, on our face, when you breathe in and breathe out, you probably feel like there's an insect crawling on my face, on our face, itchy. That is normal. There is no insects or any bug or anything crawling on our face. So don't try to scratch it. Okay? That is the sensation from when you concentrate on this, all these sensations will arise. Just observe that sensation, acknowledge it, come back here. Numb, pain, something. Observe it, acknowledge it, come back here. Our job is to bring our concentration back to this present moment right here and now, which is this breath. That's all we need to do. Nothing else. At the beginning, that's all I ask you to do. To train ourselves to have a new habit. A new habit of bringing our concentration back to this present moment. Okay, we living in the world that is spinning really fast. Right? We don't need to spin with it. We need to isolate ourselves from that world. Slow down. And stop for a moment. Do something better for ourselves. This is much better than everything else in this world. Because without this, we die. We can't do anything else. Is that right? So this is much more than anything else in this world. Remember that. Okay? So if you know that this is
way more important than everything else, you should focus here more than anything else. Even if you're really busy, you still can do this. Every 1 hour, you just take out 1 minute. When you're at work, just take out 1 minute, concentrating here, and then go back to work after that. Every 1 hour, repeat 1 minute, concentrating on your breathing. 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 minute. At least 8 hours working, you have 8 minutes of concentration. Right? We train ourselves like that. And of course, we need to train ourselves to do one thing at a time instead of multitask. We don't need to multitask ourselves anymore. The more you multitask yourself, the more you'll be very easy to being distracted. There's a lot of distractions around us. And if you cannot stay focused within this, or within this, chopping your salad, you will chop off your finger. Right? There's a lady back then. She came to see me during our break time along the road, and she wrapped her finger around me, and she come to me and talk, and so the tears saying, "I was gonna go see you at night time, but now I have to change because I have to go to the hospital." I said, "What happened?" And she showed me her finger. She said that I cooked and I accidentally cut my finger. And I look at her and I smile. I say, "Were you multitasking yourself?" And she laughed. She said, "Yeah, I didn't pay attention to what I do when I cook." And I said, "Then you should. You should pay attention to what you're doing. Just one thing at a time. Because you're not mindful, that's why you cut yourself." And she started to cry. How many times you cut yourself already because you are not mindful? Raise your hand. A lot. Surprisingly a lot. So that is not mindful. Because of unmindful, you cut yourself. Right? Imagine if that knife cut it, blood come out. Just this finger. What about here? What's gonna happen? You know, this knife is really sharp. Right? But there's one more knife that's super sharp that can kill the whole world. Can kill yourself and the whole world, which is this knife. This knife is very sharp. It can kill everybody. Just with one bad thought, one unwholesome thought, can bring a lot of tears to the world. So if you're not clever enough to control that knife, to hold that knife, it's going to be terrible. So we need to learn how to handle that knife, okay? We need to learn how to handle that knife by practicing this. Without this, we hold in a knife like this. Without mindfulness, our hands always shaking when we hold the knife. Our minds always shaking. Don't do that, because it's very dangerous. So, back to peace. If we want to have peace, remember, this is the key. You have to unlock it yourself. Now I handed you the key. You're the one who have to unlock it. No one else. I can't do it for you. You can't do it for me. But you have to do it for yourself. Show yourself how much you love yourself. If you love yourself enough, you would start it from today. Don't waste any more time. Because time will not wait for you. Will not wait for any of us. See, now almost gone 2026. Over a month gone already. Very quick, very fast. Just like us loving fast food. Okay? So don't wait. Keep on fighting. Keep on doing something better for ourselves before we die. We should do that. And start. Create peace for yourself and your family first. Your family is the one who needs love more than anyone else. You can be very nice to the people outside, but when you come home, your face always stressful. Because you gave yourself a right. My family should know me better. That's how am I. They should understand and they shouldn't say anything when I'm like that. That's not fair. That is not fair for our family member. Right? So should love your family member more than anyone else. Of course, you love yourself, you love your family members, and be nice to them. Give them some love. And of course, you need to show them how to practice mindfulness. Imagine if one day the whole family, every morning, wake up the same time and then practice mindfulness together. That will be amazing. Because your kids also can change. Not just yourself, but your kids also can change. When they're still young, it's very easy and flexible to train them. But when they get older, it's very difficult. Just like us, we are getting older and older. We know that it's very difficult to train us ourselves, right? We know that better. Because a lot of things in here already. It's difficult. Now that we want to sit cross-legs to practice, it's even worse. Because our bone is not flexible enough to do that. Right? Just stretch in and out for the last 30 minutes. And so our kids, our younger generation, we should train them from now. Give them that chance, but it's always have to start it from you.
Remember, school cannot teach them all this. Right? School train them how to have a job in this society. But all these things we have to teach from our family. So you are their teachers. And of course you have to train yourself first before we can teach our kids. By liberate your lover as much as possible. Your cell phone. Okay? Stay away from your lovers as much as possible. Who's in here that can live without your lover? Raise your hand. Okay, so only less than 10 people. Can you live without your lover for 1 hour? Yes? Who can do that? Raise your hand. Okay, I consider all of us here can do that 1 hour, right? I want to hear that. Yes or no?
Yes.
1 hour before bed. No lover. Even if you have to check Walk for Peace, it's okay. Wait for tomorrow. 1 hour before bed. No lover whatsoever. Okay? Can we do that?
Yes.
You promise?
Yes.
So 1 hour before bed, lock your lover, put it in the drawer. And then go do your breathing. Breathing. After breathing, you can go to bed, sleep. After a long night of rest, tomorrow when you wake up, that lover goes off on the alarm. What should you do? Grab the lover and check on your status? No, don't do that. And don't snooze either. Okay? Give yourself only 5 seconds to live in the morning if you don't want to get up. If you just want to lie on that bed still, then give yourself only 5 seconds to live. Counting backward. Count with me, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up. We get up right away when you count to 1. Because you don't have that 5 seconds, remember. 5 seconds is a lot already. 1 breath going in without going out, we already die. That's 1 second. Right? So 5 seconds is a lot. Give yourself only 5 seconds to change. Don't let that laziness, don't let that mind cheat us. The mind and the body always cheat us. When the alarms goes off and then that brain saying that, oh, it's so cold and I couldn't sleep all night, so I should stay here a little bit more. And that mind is trying to comfort that brain. It's okay, baby, I understand. It's really cold outside. You lie there and then I'll put the blanket over you. I will make you comfort. I promise you, baby, alright? You stay there. That brain and that mind is always doing all that thing to cheat us. Don't let it, okay? Don't let us die in bed. Remember that. Get up, make your bed nice and neat. Now go to the toilet. No lovers, please. No lovers in the toilet. Make the sign on that door, no lovers allowed. Okay, to remind you, because you are living with your lover in the toilet a lot. Everywhere you go, you live with it in the toilet. I don't know why. And it smells bad too. And you keep bringing your lover into that toilet and whispering, hi baby, what are you doing? Or I'm in the toilet. And you respond, well, how coincident, I am also in the toilet. Don't do that anymore. Don't multitask yourself like that. You're supposed to do number 1 and number 2 in the toilet only. Okay? So no lovers in the toilet. Then get out that toilet. Do what? Get a piece of paper and a pen now. Write out the statement saying, today is going to be my peaceful day.
Today is going to be my peaceful day. Read it over and over with our eyes, and then read it out loud with our mouth to tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day, so that no one else can mess it up except ourselves. Believe that no one can mess it up except ourselves. If you react, it means you messed it up. But if you react in a kind way, you make your day beautiful. Instead of reacting in an anger way, should react in a nice way. May you be well, be happy and peaceful with a smile. That's how you should react. Your husband will appreciate you so much. Do that. And then, now, time to touch your lover yet? Still not yet. Breathing. Breathing, okay? And then after that, do some exercise and breakfast. During breakfast, can you use your lover? No, because you are not multitasking yourself. Cannot eat and check in on lovers at the same time. Remember? One thing at a time. We have to train ourselves like a baby. Because we don't have this habit. Always remember that. And so, after breakfast, now you're more than welcome to live with your lover. But mindfully. Mindfully. Okay? And throughout the day, please work through it. Do one thing at a time. Mindful on every little thing you do. If you can train yourself like that way, I promise you, your day will be much better than before. I promise you, you will have peace for your life and your family will be at peace as well. And that is how we bring peace to this world. Together. Not just the Venerable monks. But I require and I ask all of us, all the people who have joined for peace, walk for peace, either offline or online. And there are many more people that they don't even have a chance to meet with us or to hear about us. But I hope that with the way of we spreading it right now, from us to our friends, to our neighbor, to our nation, if we can spread it that way, every single one in this world doing the same thing every day, this world will be at peace. This world will be a better place for all generations or future generations to live, for sure. This is the power of togetherness. And we have to do this together to change this. We don't need to wait, and we don't want to wait for anybody else to do anything to change this world, because it will not happen. We have to do it together. Can we do this together?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so starting from today, we need to take this into action seriously. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay, so when we get out of this building, try to go home. You will be stuck in the traffic. And some of your car may be towed already. Now what happens if your car being towed?
Breathe.
You sure you still can be able to breathe? You need to ask yourself, you sure you can still be able to breathe? You have no choice. You know why? Because it's already been told. You cannot do anything to undo it. Instead of being mad, being react. Now just breathe. Laugh. Because of this mission, my car being told. How funny it is. It's okay, I will take care of it later. I need to make my day be at peace. Peaceful, yes. Don't waste our day, because you waste a lot of hours to come out here already, right?
No.
Okay, you took a lot of time and effort to come out here. Okay, so don't utilize all those time and effort. Don't waste it. Okay, don't go home with a madness face. Okay, so starting from this floor,
out of that door, go to your car. Even if you cannot see your car anymore, you still have to focus here and react with a kindness to the person who towed your car. And he will be happy and be peaceful. Can you do that?
Yes.
After you do that, he will bring your car back right away. Just kidding. Alright, may you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Please be mindful when you're driving out there because we will be on the road. Okay? May you all be well. Thank you. I forgot one thing. The peace bracelet, we will pass it out for you. So as soon as you receive one, please make your way out so that all the people can have one. And please always stay calm. And don't ask for pictures at this time because we still have a lot of people. Alright? Thank you.
In the cacophony of our modern lives, where the world seems to spin faster with each passing day, we often find ourselves breathless, chasing a sense of peace that feels perpetually just out of reach. We look for it in vacations, in quiet weekends, in the perfect job, or the perfect relationship, convinced that tranquility is a destination we must travel toward. But there is a different kind of journey, one that requires no passport and no movement at all. It is the journey inward, a walk for peace, that does not cover miles on a map but traverses the vast, often turbulent landscape of the human heart. When we stop running and finally listen to the wisdom of those who have dedicated their lives to silence and understanding, we are reminded that peace is not something we find, it is something we unlock. It has been sitting within us all along, waiting for us to turn the key. This realization often begins with a shift in how we view our place in the universe and the connections we share with other beings. We tend to move through our days believing we are isolated entities, disconnected from the stranger on the street or the stray animal wandering by. Yet, if we look closer, the invisible threads of connection are everywhere. Consider the story of a stray dog named Aloka, a name meaning light, who attached himself to a group of peace walkers, following them with the loyalty of a shadow. To the unobservant eye, he was just a dog, but through the lens of deep mindfulness and spiritual history, he represents something far profounder, the echo of a past life. A being who perhaps walked a similar path before but stumbled, and now, in a different form, seeks the light of wisdom once again. This perspective invites us to look at every living thing not as a random encounter, but as a reunion. It challenges us to treat even the smallest creature with a reverence born of recognition. If a stray dog can be a former relative returning to find us, how much more significant are the people who actually share our homes? We often struggle most with those closest to us, our parents, children, spouses, and siblings. They know exactly how to push our buttons, and we often feel that their actions are designed solely to frustrate us. However, mindfulness offers a radical reframing of these relationships. It suggests that the family we are born into or the family we create is not an accident. We are drawn together by the gravity of our past actions, our karma. When a family member brings us immense joy and never makes us cry, it is not merely luck, it is a repayment of a debt they owe us from long ago. Conversely, when we find ourselves in a family that is chaotic or filled with conflict, where peace feels impossible, it is easy to play the victim. We ask, why me? I am a good person. I haven't done anything to deserve this. But the ledger of our existence is older than this single lifetime. The difficulties we face now may well be the debts we owe, finally coming due. Instead of reacting with anger or running away, which we often cannot do anyway, we are invited to accept the situation with grace. This is not a passive resignation, but an active, courageous acceptance. By staying calm in the face of family turmoil, by refusing to react with hatred, we stop the cycle of suffering. We pay the debt. We purify the connection. We learn that if we cannot find peace within our own homes, among the people we love, we will never find it in the wider world. To cultivate this kind of unshakable patience, we need an anchor, something to hold onto when the storms of emotion try to sweep us away. Fortunately, we carry this anchor with us every second of every day, though we rarely notice it. Our breath. The breath is the most fundamental aspect of our existence. We can live for weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without breath. It is the very definition of life. Yet we treat it with indifference, breathing like machines just to survive. We ignore the texture, the rhythm, and the quality of the air moving in and out of our bodies until we are sick or dying. There is a profound sadness in living a whole life without ever truly knowing the breath that sustains it. If we do not befriend our breath now, while we are healthy and capable, how will we handle the final moments of our lives? When the end comes, the breath becomes a struggle. If we have spent a lifetime ignoring it, that final transition will be a battle of fear and confusion. But if we have practiced, if we have spent just 1 minute every hour simply observing the air touching the tip of our nostrils, then the breath becomes a familiar friend. We can navigate even the most difficult transitions with dignity and calm because we have trained for them. The practice is deceptively simple, yet it is one of the hardest things a human being can do. It asks us to sit still, to relax the body completely, and to focus our awareness on a single point, the small area around the nostrils. We are not asked to force the breath or follow it deep into the lungs. We simply stand at the gate of the nose and watch. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. That is all. But the moment we try to do this, we encounter the monkey mind. This is the mind that jumps wildly from the past to the future, swinging from branch to branch of distraction. It brings up memories of yesterday's arguments or anxieties about tomorrow's bills. It itches. It complains. It hears a sound and immediately wants to know who made it and why. The untrained mind is a chaotic master. The goal of mindfulness is not to silence the monkey mind by force, but to tame it through observation. When a thought arises, I need to buy milk, or I am angry at my boss, we do not chase it. Nor do we fight it. We simply acknowledge it. We mentally whisper, thought, and then gently, firmly, bring our attention back to the sensation of the breath at the nose. When a sound interrupts us, we do not analyze it. We note, sound, and return to the breath. It is a process of endless returning. Each time we bring our wandering mind back to the present moment, we are building a muscle of concentration. We are reclaiming our lives from the tyranny of distraction. This training on the cushion or chair is not meant to stay there. It is designed to save us in the real world. Particularly in an era that worships the myth of multitasking, we wear our ability to do 3 things at once like a badge of honor. We cook while texting, drive while planning meetings, and talk to our children while scrolling through news feeds. We believe this makes us efficient. In reality, it makes us dangerous. When we multitask, we are not truly present for any of the activities we are performing. We are ghosting through our own lives. Consider the simple act of cooking. If you are chopping vegetables while your mind is arguing with a colleague in your head, or while your eyes are darting to a television screen, you are not chopping vegetables. You are flirting with disaster. A sharp knife requires respect and presence. One moment of distraction, one slip of mindfulness, and the finger is cut. Blood flows. The pain is immediate. And why? Because the body was in the kitchen, but the mind was miles away. Now, imagine that the knife is not made of steel, but of thought. The mind possesses a blade far sharper than anything in a kitchen drawer. A single unwholesome thought, a thought of deep hatred, jealousy, or despair, can cut not just a finger, but a soul. It can sever relationships, destroy careers, and incite violence that ripples out into the world. If we cannot even handle a kitchen knife without cutting ourselves because we lack focus, How can we expect to handle the dangerous power of our own minds? Mindfulness teaches us to do one thing at a time. When we chop, we just chop. When we eat, we just eat. When we listen, we just listen. By doing this, we not only protect ourselves from physical injury but also guard our hearts against the mental cuts that leave the deepest scars. This fragmentation of our attention is driven largely by a modern addiction. A constant companion that we treat with the obsession of a new romance, our smartphone. We can think of this device as a demanding lover. We cannot bear to be apart from it. We wake up and immediately reach for it to see what it wants. We carry it into the kitchen, the car, and even into the sanctity of the bathroom. It is a comical yet tragic image. Sitting in the toilet, a place of biological necessity, whispering to a screen, "Hi baby, what are you doing?" We have allowed this digital lover to invade every private moment, stripping us of the silence where peace resides. To reclaim our peace, we must set boundaries with this lover. We must be brave enough to say, "Not now." This begins with small, humorous, but strict rules. No lovers in the toilet. No lovers 1 hour before bed. It sounds easy, but for many, the idea of disconnecting for a full hour before sleep induces panic. Yet, if we cannot live without a device for 60 minutes, are we truly free? The morning offers the most critical battlefield for this struggle. When the alarm goes off, the battle for the day begins. The body is warm, the blanket is soft, and the mind, the great deceiver, starts to negotiate. Asterisk. It's too cold outside. Asterisk, it whispers. Asterisk. Just 5 more minutes. You didn't sleep well. You deserve this. The mind tries to comfort the brain, wrapping it in excuses to keep us stagnant. If we listen to this voice, we start the day in defeat. We need a strategy for victory. A 5-second rule for life. When the alarm rings, we do not negotiate. We do not give the mind time to formulate an excuse. We count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. We move before the laziness can grab hold of our ankles. We make the bed immediately, signaling that the time for sleep is over. By conquering the desire to snooze, we win the first victory of the day. We prove to ourselves that we are the masters of our actions, not the slaves of our comfort. This discipline creates a momentum of success that carries us through the rest of the day. Once we are up, victorious and present, we have the opportunity to set the tone for everything that follows. Before we rush out the door, before we check the news or traffic, we can write a script for our reality. We can look in the mirror, or write on a piece of paper, a simple declaration. Asterisk. Today is going to be my peaceful day. We say it out loud. We tell the universe. We tell ourselves. This is not a magic spell that prevents bad things from happening. It is an intention that changes how we react when they do happen. And they will happen. The universe has a way of testing our resolve the moment we decide to be peaceful. Imagine you have just attended a retreat or read a deep book on mindfulness. You feel glowing, radiant, full of love for humanity. You walk out to your car, ready to drive home on a cloud of bliss, only to find the parking spot empty. Your car has been towed. In that moment, the rubber meets the road. The old version of you, the machine that reacts without thinking, would explode. You would scream, curse the city, blame the parking attendants, and ruin your digestion with a cocktail of adrenaline and cortisol. You would storm home, face red, and snap at your spouse, spreading the poison of your anger to everyone in the house. But you have decided that today is your peaceful day. You look at the empty spot. You take a breath. You ask yourself a simple question. Asterisk. Can I still breathe? Yes, the car is gone, but the air is still filling your lungs. You are alive. The car being towed is a fact. It has already happened. No amount of screaming will untow it. The anger is useless. It is like drinking poison and expecting the tow truck driver to die. So, instead of reacting, you respond. You choose to laugh. You see the absurdity of the universe testing you so quickly. You think, well, this is an expensive lesson, but I will not let it steal my peace. You handle the situation. You call the impound lot. You pay the fine, but you do it with a calm mind. You might even treat the person at the impound lot with kindness, confusing them with your smile. By doing this, you transform a disaster into a victory. You protect your own heart, and you protect your family from the fallout of your bad mood. You realize that peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of a calm mind in the midst of trouble. This is the true power of mindfulness. It is not just for monks in caves, it is for drivers in traffic, for parents in chaotic kitchens, for anyone trying to survive the 21st century with their sanity intact. But we cannot wait for the world to become peaceful before we start. The world will never be perfectly peaceful. There will always be noise, towed cars, annoying relatives, and distracting phones. If we wait for the external conditions to be perfect, we will wait forever. We must be the ones to change. We must be the pioneers of peace in our own circles. It starts with one person deciding to stop reacting and start breathing. When you change, the energy in your home changes. When you greet your partner with presence instead of a distracted grunt, their day changes. When you teach your children by example, showing them how to breathe through frustration rather than shouting, you are giving them a tool that is more valuable than any inheritance. You are breaking generational cycles of anger and stress. We are living in a time that desperately needs this medicine. We often feel small, thinking our personal practice doesn't matter in the grand scheme of global conflicts and chaos. But the power of togetherness is built on individuals. Peace is contagious. When you walk out of your door today, you carry a responsibility. You can be a source of stress for the world, honking your horn and spreading aggression. Or you can be a sanctuary. You can be the person who smiles at the clerk, who lets someone merge in traffic, who keeps their cool when things go wrong. So, the invitation is open. It is hanging in the air right in front of you, closer than your own nose. Unlock the peace that is already there. Love yourself enough to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with the rhythm of your own life. Do not waste the precious, limited time you have left fighting battles that don't matter. Treat this day, and every day that follows, as a sacred opportunity to practice. Breathe, slow down, do one thing at a time. And when the world tries to knock you off balance, whether it's a stray dog, a demanding phone, or a missing car, smile and remember, you have the key. You have always had the key. Now, turn it.